Hello, hello. I'm Melissa.
And I'm Donna.
We're here sharing what we've learned as women, entrepreneurs, and moms.
All while rocking our curves with confidence.
It's a behind-the-scenes look at our lives and businesses.
And a chance to tell our younger selves, go do the things that scare you. Okay, so in this, one of the big things that is, I think, a resounding is shutting down negativity. Like how, what triggers, moments of it, those kind of things. So let's talk about, because it impacts us so heavily.
You said you've been affected by some negativity,
Yep.
and I was shocked.
Really?
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. And I think that speaks a lot to, living on Instagram highs and Facebook highs and TikTok highs. That highlight reel does not show what people go through on it every day. And, how depressing would it be if everything was a negativity reel, right?
100.
But I think that the messaging is that everybody has it. Everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless you're really super lucky. But there's
I doubt that.
jobs, there's people, there's family, there's just disease and stuff like that. So finding ways to deal with it and know that you're not alone. And
it's hard for me to understand that, though. It's hard for me to understand that because I don't ever look at anybody in a negative light. I don't know. It's weird for me. So when I'm, say, scrolling, let's talk about Instagram. When I'm scrolling through Instagram, I don't really look at anything negatively. I don't know. It's entertainment purposes. Some of the stuff is great information purposes. I see, I don't know. I see something in everybody. So when someone starts, I think I do see the negativity, but I'm like, what the fuck is this person talking about? Why would you say that about somebody? Why would you talk to someone about I just don't get it. I don't understand why it's someone else's business. Why is it your business to do that? And you had said that you had dealt with something with you, on social media too, people make negative comments and I was like, really? And then literally, I swear to God, the phone was listening. Within 2 or 3 weeks, it might have been an algorithm listening. I don't know. I posted something on my real estate account and it was well, if you, I was talking about the real estate market. I deleted it right away because I'm just whatever. I just didn't even want that on there.
Imagine being the person that thinks that's okay to say to someone. Yeah.
They were well, if you lost 20 pounds or 25 pounds, then the real estate market would be different. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Mm-hmm.
And I screenshotted it and I sent it to my husband. He's like, who's this person? Who's this person? And I'm like, I don't know who the person is. I know. I'm like, I don't know who it is. But I was just like, what the heck, man?
I know.
Why does what I look like or my weight have any impact on the real estate market? And it was, okay, I did care. This is probably
you do care.
I do.
We're human.
It was probably the first time, though, I can honestly say that I really didn't give a shit. I think I cared for maybe half a second because I did screenshot, I did do a screenshot. I sent it to Paul and then I was like, you know what? Delete, because I don't even know who the hell you are. I don't even know why you would take the time to post it and you're gone. I don't need that in my life.
So many thoughts on part of me just wishes we could just create a troll account.
Yeah, we
and
should
troll these real negative people and just and okay, I know that's the little kid in me let's
but
go
that's okay.
fight in the sandbox.
That's okay. I'm the same. I'm like, okay.
Right. And when you run a business, there's lots of things you want to say, but you can't say because you just can't. You would be canceled so fast. So that's where ChatGPT comes in as my friend.
So good for that.
How do I say this professionally?
Without sounding like a crazy.
No F-bombs, please.
Make this professional in the tone that's like me, but not so rude.
And you see it all over social media where these, and I don't know if they're all bots, but a lot of them are humans and they just degrade people.
Yeah.
And you're like,
but degrade for the whole spectrum.
I know. And why? What is the value in that?
I have
Imagine
no
the
idea.
world we could live in if we were kind to each other and supported each other instead of bringing each other down. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Total douchebags.
As Paul says, keyboard warriors.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like if you can sit there behind your keyboard and do that.
Like, would you say that to someone's
face?
face?
Would you? I doubt it. I doubt it.
Some people do, but
some people do. Yeah, and some people
the world's
have.
burning down right now. But yeah.
Some people have though. Some people have say it's hard. It's hard. I think it's hard to be curvy. I think it's hard to be a bigger person. I think that has stopped me a lot in my life. Probably stopped me more than I'd want to admit it.
I feel ashamed to say this because I let it win.
Yeah.
But we were shooting a video clip the other day, and I had these coconut bars that we got from Costco. So we always, when the chubby girl owns the business, there are always treats in the lunchroom, and these are called, I want to say they're called Unwell, but I don't know why they're called that. They're chocolate covered coconut little bars, so they taste like little mounds.
Oh,
I want to say they're protein, which is my justification for eating 900
protein.
of them.
Yeah,
right. But they wouldn't be unwell; they would be well. So I could be wrong.
I think I've heard of them actually.
They're from Costco.
Yeah, someone else talked about them.
So I was grabbing one, and so it was a funny video we were doing about being back to school, and I had a book, and I had these, and I said to Bailey, I said, maybe I shouldn't do these because someone's going to comment about me being chubby and eating chocolate. And she's like,
horrible,
right?
That thought.
And it is like the fact that.
Why can't you be yourself?
Yeah.
Like, why do we worry about what someone else is going to say?
So I didn't record it with it in it because.
Really?
Yeah. And I feel bad about myself for taking it out.
It's okay.
But I still ate it, so.
But you're talking about it? Like, you're still talking about
I know, right?
And you ate it. That's the most important.
These are things that stop us.
They are.
Like, these stop us.
It's like when I went back for my branding shoot, like for real estate, I was so worried about what I was wearing and like what I look like in it. And I just, like, even when I got my photos, I was like, I posted that one photo and people were like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's so nice. And I had a lot of support and I was like, yeah, no, I don't think so. I can see my double chin. I can see my stomach. I can see all of it. And it's like, why? Like, why can't I see what someone else sees? And why can't I love it as much as someone else loves it? Like someone who truly like is supportive and loves it. Like, why do we see all the little imperfections when other people don't see that? Then you have the assholes that see it and want to tell the whole world and give you a whole speech on it. And you're like, whatever. But I don't know.
Opinion to yourself. Yeah. I heard the most beautiful poem the other day, and I found this girl, Josie Balka.
Oh, she's amazing. Amazing.
Did you hear her poem about chasing skinny?
No, but I probably should, but I follow her.
I know. And I don't know if it's a new one. I had never heard it before.
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, and it was like,
followed her from our account.
Oh my God, she's reading my mind, right? Like we spend so much time, because people have said negative shit to us that just messes with our minds, and it's like, you know what? If the worst thing in the world I am is chubby, I've won
100%,
right? Because I could be a
serial killer.
Insert bad word. Starts with a C, rhymes with punt.
Yeah,
you know, and not and like. Yeah. Right?
I think I'd rather be chubby or fat or curvy, whatever you want to call it, than be the person that's on the other side of that token, right? I don't know.
It's just like harsh. And I mean, hey, it's not just chubby girls.
No.
Girls,
oh,
like
yeah.
Girls,
yeah.
Like,
everybody gets it.
There's a class that, people judge
everything
so harshly, and it's so wrong. So,
it is.
Part of what we do at She's Got Legs is about
body
positivity. Yep. It's about kindness.
Inclusivity.
Very much. Like, and, are we perfect? No. Nobody's perfect. But all our models are us. Like, they're head office. They're our stylists that come in.
All ages.
Real people. And I remember getting a post once, like getting a comment on one of our things. And Mama Bear mode kicked in because it was like a negative comment, and I'm like, these are
real
our people, and their mothers and their daughters and their families are reading these comments, and like, really, is this necessary? Like, how cruel. Would you want your daughter to get a comment like that, or your mother to get a comment like, no,
sister or brother, whoever? Like, it's horrible.
Who taught you to be a douchebag?
It's hard though. Like, you wonder where it comes from. You wonder why people are so negative towards certain things, and whether you're in a bigger body or a smaller body or a taller body or a shorter body or a
white
different
body,
color.
Body,
like where do you have the right to say that sort of stuff? I don't know. It's for me, it's hard because I think it comes like. personally, where it comes from, not the negativity, but negativity towards myself, is from growing up in like the 80s and 90s. And it was like heroin chic, right? Like maybe that's not even the right word to use, but tiny bodies, supermodels, Cindy Crawford,
all
Christina,
the magazines,
like
right?
Fashion television, man.
Yes,
I used to watch fashion
everywhere.
television.
There were no chubby girls.
No.
There was nothing out there.
And it's hard to grow up in that. And I was tall. Like I was a model in like grade 5. Let's go way back. We're going to be like that. So I was a model in grade 5, but I was never tiny. Like I wasn't a thinner model. I was the tallest model. I've been this height since like grade 5 or 6, which is crazy to me, right? And I think the first time I ever experienced, you asked me the other day, you're like, think about the first time you ever experienced it. And I had to think about it, and it took me a day or two, because I've experienced it a lot, negativity towards myself. And I can remember it was maybe grade 5 or grade 6, and we were going on a skiing trip. And at that time, we had to weigh ourselves in front of the rest of the class so they could record your weight for...
I would be sick for a month.
Right? And I was like, when did I feel that?
Fitness days?
Yeah.
At school?
Yeah. Well, track and field, forget it. Like, I take play day over track and field.
I can't believe I would be mortified.
And I remember standing on this. I remember everyone going, and I remember everyone was like a smaller weight. And I remember standing on it, and I think I was 92 pounds or 97 pounds. And I was like, oh my God, I am the fattest girl. Yeah. Now I would. I think my left leg weighs 92 pounds. But I was like, I had to think about it. And I was like, did I really feel that when I was young? Like, and I was like, no. And then I was like, holy shit, I did feel it. I remember that. I remember the library. I remember everybody weighing in. It was like grades 6 to 8. So there was like everybody and just like, come weigh in. And I remember going, okay. And I stood there and they said my weight. And I was like, what? I think I was like 25 or 30 pounds heavier than every other girl in my class. And I was like, it just sunk my stomach then. And I thought about it and I was like, that is the moment where I was like, holy shit, now I'm worried about my weight. Like that young. Yeah. So to be that young, grade 5 or 6, and to think, wait, but again, it was a generation where it was about being skinny. It was about being the smallest you can be. And it's horrible. We as bigger people and bigger bodies did not have the same representation as we do today.
No.
So that is where I love social media.
Yes.
For that.
Because it really has.
Yeah.
It's kind of like okay, we're just tired of trying to be skinny.
Yeah. But it's also like, this is us. Like there's more people in the world like us. You think you're the only one.
I'm a good person and I contribute a lot and I'm chubby.
Yeah. Do you remember the first time it affected you? Or
yeah, it's probably grade 5 or 6, and I remember standing at the sink in my mom and dad's house, and my grandpa coming up and pinching the back of my arm.
Oh, grandparents, how lovely.
And saying, "Oh, you're kind of chubby," and I'm like,
what? And you never thought of it once until that moment.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'm sure. I mean, I've always been a chubby girl. I was a very severe asthmatic, and I took a lot of steroids, right? Hey, I can't run. I can't.
People forget all this stuff that you go through at every age, whether you're going through that so young, whether you're your first like set of hormones, whether you're pregnant, whether you take a medication. And then as we get older, we have all these other things that go on, right? So
I remember grade school, we had to run around for gym. We had to run around the schoolyard. And I'd be like a quarter of the way through and I'm tasting blood.
Oh my God.
And that was the asthma. I can't breathe.
That's
I
nuts.
can't breathe.
Nuts.
Right? Like, so I loved getting to high school. I didn't have to take gym. I could take art.
I did take art.
Gym was my least favorite subject for sure.
What's crazy, but I didn't enjoy gym. Don't get me wrong. I didn't enjoy gym. I don't think I enjoyed a gym until I was like 10 years ago, honestly and truly. But I played basketball and volleyball. Like I played sports, and I played sports because I was the tallest person. Like the tallest person in grade 5, the tallest person in grade 6. You're going to be center. You're going to be this.
Like Alona Meyer.
Yeah.
Like
she is amazing.
She is so much for body positivity and so much for...
Like, I wish I had that when I was younger.
Exactly, right? That role modeling that not... Mm-hmm. You're not... And, like, it's so many different... There's so many plus-size models that are out there saying, it's okay. Just live honestly in your body. But I do think Alona has, like, magnified the story so much. And I love that.
I agree with you on that. I do agree with you on that. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I think she's done a lot too. And I love that she, in like all of her social media, she just like doesn't give a fuck. Like, honestly, she's like, whatever, like, Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
Calling them out on the BS. Like, hey, come on, you know, be better.
You look back and you think like, I would love to have been that weight today. But, you know, I think just the time I grew up, and I think the time and place my parents grew up, it was never so much my dad for me. It was always my mom, which was hard. And I think that came from my grandfather, because he was so like focused on weight and size and that sort of stuff. And I can remember going in to visit my grandfather, and then my mom being like, oh, your grandfather's going to say something because I gained weight or something like that. And then it like trickled down, right? It's hard. I try to go back and think of it, and probably in the last couple years I've really just said I don't give a shit. And not that I don't give a shit because I want to be healthy, right? But I don't really give a shit that this is the body that I'm in, because I am healthy and I love who I am and I love what I do and I'm proud of the things I've done. And if this is the body that it happens in, perfect. Even better.
And if you want to go run a marathon, fine, go run a marathon.
100%.
Not everybody wants to run a marathon.
You know what? I did lose a lot of weight.
I love to swim, right?
Like, I know, I love swimming too. I used to swim all the time. But I lost a lot of weight, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I think for me it's hard because I lost a lot of weight right after my father-in-law and my sister-in-law passed away. And I was thinking about this, and I lost probably about 150 pounds, and I felt great, right? And it's like,
right?
Yeah.
Like, how can you not?
I really feel good? Everyone's like, oh, you look so good. And I'm like, well, what did I look like before? Like, you know, and at that time, Paul was sick, and we didn't know he was sick, and he was losing so much weight. And people kept asking him, oh, are you on the same diet as Melissa? And he's like, no, I'm just dying, and I don't know why, right? So it's hard, like when people lose weight, right? You never really know why. But I didn't realize why I lost so much weight until I moved. And I sat back and I thought about it. And I think it was my way of dealing with the grief and living in a house that the grief came from. It was my way to escape from that. It was my way to be away from it all. To see my husband going through what he was going through, it was my time away. Like, I was working out 4 or 5 days a week. I was walking in the morning, walking at night. I was counting calories. I think I was eating less than 1,000 calories a day.
Probably felt like you could be in control of something.
Yeah, and I think it was. And to think about it, like, I've really thought about it because it's hard, like, to gain a huge percentage of that back.
And
you're like, what
for
the
a chubby
fuck,
girl
man?
is
Like,
when you've lost it and it starts coming back.
But I think it's because I was running away from dealing with what I really had to deal with. And then when Paul got sick, it was like I didn't have that control. And it's like I didn't really care because I cared more about being there for him, being there for my boys, being a mother, being a wife, taking care of things in the house. And it was like I didn't put myself first. And not that I didn't put myself first. It's just that wasn't where my heart was. My heart was dealing with Paul and dealing with the kids, right? So I really believe that it was my way of dealing with everything. It was my out. So, yeah.
I do think a lot of people, like I have a girlfriend, when she gets super stressed, she can't eat.
Oh, I'm not like that.
I think I'm opposite.
Same with me. I'm like, what gummies will I be eating tonight? Or what chocolate bar will I be eating tonight?
And part of it is just the awareness that is impacting you. Right? Like, okay, am I hungry or am I just stressed? Am I super sad or am I like really starving?
But realizing it and understanding it. And that's the most important thing out of that all is understanding and where that comes from. Like, I know when I'm tired, you could give me a bag of candy and I can go through. But now I'm like, I'm tired. I'm not going to eat the candy. I'm just going to close my eyes or I'm going to go to bed early. So I do realize it. But then sometimes I'm like, fuck it. And I eat the whole bag of candy because I want the whole bag of candy because I don't really give a shit. I'm like, whatever, man.
As soon as someone says no, I'm like, oh yeah, watch me.
It's hard.
Rebel comes out.
It is hard to go through that.
And I think, these little moments in time, like I can, my brother always used to tease me. He was an older brother and he ran cross country and like he was athletic and I'm like, oh my God. Right. So of course it was friction and whatever. I remember my funniest story is when you had the phone and you had the big long cord and whatever. So like he's on the phone and he calls me an ox and he's standing there. I kick him in the nuts. He goes down for the count. I start running and I'm like, I'm so tired of you calling me names.
I would be too.
Yeah. So that was my
Yeah. I don't know if I dealt with it. Like, I think it came from...
Not that violence is an answer.
But sometimes it helps. Especially when it's a family member. And you can do that when you're younger and get away with it. Because when you become an adult, you can't. But I never had an issue with my brother. I think it always came from my mom. Even most recently, I hate saying it, but even most recently, probably in the last 3 years, I've told her, if you're going to talk about weight, I'm not going to have a conversation with you.
Interesting, because I don't remember my mom. It's male. My dad.
It's
my
funny,
brother.
Mine's all mom.
Interesting.
But like I said, I keep it from my grandfather, I think.
As an adult, I'm at a family picnic. With little kids. And I'm out at the swing set. Aunts and uncles, right? Like everybody. I'm out at the swing set at the end of the yard. It's a country setting, so it's a big yard. I'm on the swing with the kids, and I'm just swinging. Whatever. My uncle yells across, Donna, don't break the swing set.
Oh, my God.
I was like, stopped, like the earth had stopped. I'm like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
Could that be more embarrassing?
Yeah.
Like, I was ready just to
what the hell's wrong with you?
Dig a hole and crawl into the earth.
Yeah. Well, I was out to dinner with a couple.
I was in tears.
I would have been too. I would have been like, this is horrible. Like, it's like when I went out to dinner with that couple and we were sitting there and Paul goes outside with the husband and they're having conversation and she feels the right to look at me and say, sometimes weight like sticks to people, And I'm like, yeah, I know. And she's like, maybe you have an internal issue. And I said, oh, you're talking to me? And she's like, yeah. She goes, maybe it's a medical issue that you have. I go, maybe it is. Like what the fuck, man? Yeah. Like, you think you have the right to say something like that to me?
Do you think there's anything that makes a person feel
You invite me out to dinner. You invite me out to dinner. Then you talk about my weight. Then you order appetizers. I didn't even order the appetizers. And then you're ordering like 3 appetizers. I'm like, lady, man. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? But I don't turn around and talk about you smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day. But I can if you like me to. Like, I would never, and I think it's probably because I felt the effect of it, and you're probably the same. Mm-hmm. I would never say anything to anybody. It's even like having the kid.
Hurts so much.
Like, how do you not realize? Even having kids, I vowed whether I had either sex, I would never, ever, ever talk about weight with my kids. And I probably have in facets of it. I probably shouldn't have. I don't like saying things like, oh, it looks like you've lost weight. And I've said that to my boys. And then I kind of like, shit, why are you saying that stuff? Like, don't say that. Mm-hmm. I have one son that likes to work out and he's always like, oh, I can see myself in the mirror. And then I'm like, oh, Lucas, looks like you've lost weight. And he's like, I have. And I'm like, oh, that's good if that's what you want, right? Like, I have to hold back my tongue because I think it was so fluid in my family, right? And it's like, oh, it bothers me. But even like having the players on the hockey team sometimes, right? And they come in all shapes and sizes and heights and whatever. And sometimes they're like, oh, I wish I could lose like 20 pounds to go faster. I'm like, listen.
Don't waste your wishes.
Yeah, don't even. Like, just do it because you love it. And that's the thing I try to tell my kids is that if you want to work out because that's what you want to do, not because it's going to change you. And I can say, as hard as it was to lose the weight, as much as it burns me that I gained the weight, the one thing I learned from working out then, because I never did it before, was that I love to do it. And if it taught me anything, it taught me that I love lifting weights. So I do go to the gym. Mm-hmm. I do lift weights, but I do it because I like the feeling. And I like the feeling it gives me. I could be this weight forever and I could work out forever. I just like the way I feel. I feel strong. I feel powerful. I don't need to lose weight to go lift weights. I just like the way it makes me feel. So I thank that section of my life for teaching me that I love it. Mm-hmm. But what I've learned since then is I do it because I love it. Not necessarily to lose the weight, but I do it because I really love it and the way it makes me feel. So,
and it's a struggle, right? Like, it's always a struggle.
It is. Yeah, I think that it's taught me that I do love working out. And I do. And now that when I work out, I go to the Y in Oakville. It's a great place. And I get to go with my son. And he teaches me a lot now. So I'm always like, hey, can you teach me this machine? Or can you do this? And he'll be like, Mom, no, correct your form like this or do this. And I always like, I go to one machine, I stick to the same 4 machines. Like I have the same routine every time I go. And I'm like, can you?
But that's a great thing to do with your kids.
It's so awesome. I love it. It gives us time to talk in the car.
Yeah.
We talk there. We kind of josh about some certain things. You know, we laugh about some certain things. There's a guy in the gym one day, and I don't know who he was talking to, but you could hear him through the whole gym. And he was like, fuck this and this and that, and you made me lose $1 billion. And Lucas looks at me and he's like, I don't even have $1,000, but yeah. I was like, he goes, Mom, what do you think he does? I'm like, ask him. Who cares? Ask him.
Yeah.
Like, ask him. What are you afraid of?
Would you lose $1 billion on, dude?
And then he came over to Lucas and I goes, I'm really, really sorry for that. I'm like, it's okay. I get it. I sell real estate. I know the market. I can tell you what kind of market we're in. So Lucas was there the last time and he's like, I'm going to ask him. I go, ask him. I go, maybe you get a job out of it. You never know. Maybe you meet somebody.
Yeah,
like,
you just
you
never
don't
know
know.
what
Ask the question. What are they
connections.
going to say? Oh, I can't tell you. Okay, well, thanks so much. Right? Like, yeah, but I love the fact that I can go to the gym with him. And he asked me to go to the gym. So I like the time we spend there. I do like the quiet time. I like the way the weights make me feel. But like I said, I don't do
I'm
it.
allergic to exercise.
But you swim.
I love to swim.
Right?
Swimming
That's
is my thing.
exercise.
Yeah, but I look at the queen. Like, she didn't go to the gym. She
The queen.
So I'm like, she's my role model. And I swim.
There's Donna in the pool.
Yeah. That's me.
Swimming by.
So, you know, there's so many facets around
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
body image and
Yep.
negativity. How do you deal with negative personalities in like the real estate industry or on a hockey rink? Or
Tell them to fuck off. No, I'm
hockey
joking.
parents?
I'm joking.
Hockey parents, like that can get real like-
Oh, well,
situational.
it can. I don't deal with it. No. I don't deal with it. It's not my area I deal with, but we've had a couple situations where we've had parents get really mad, and we just deal with it outside of the arena. We remove the parent.
Communication.
Yeah, we remove the parent. We talk to them, and then we communicate fully. And we look at all sides of everything. It's important. They will get to speak their side. We will talk about our side. And what it really comes down to is if you have an issue with something that's going on in the arena with the team playtime, you need to speak to the coach. And that's we direct it to the person that needs to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Paul and I don't really deal with that side of it because we're not there enough to deal with it. Yeah, there are some crazies in the arena. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I hate saying that word, but there are, and it's just...
Well, yeah, it can get like so
it can.
over the top.
It's just like, why are you acting like that?
And
Do you
there's
not
kids
know?
watching, right? Like,
Oh.
you're role modeling.
Not only kids, our stuff is streamed live. You can hear it on the live stream. Like, people know who you are. It's not like they don't. Do I cheer? Yes. Am I one of those crazy parents that cheer and get excited for the team? 100,000% I cheer for those players. If this is honest and true, if it's negative, I do get my back up and I want to protect. So it is hard for me. I have a hard time restraining, but usually I just walk away. And that's where Paul's really good. Paul's like, Melissa, just walk away from it and not deal with it right now. And when everybody cools off.
Take the emotion out of it.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard. I have to be honest because Lucas is on the team. And when we're in that setting, I'm owner. And then when I'm home, I'm parent. So I always say to Lucas, I'm talking to you from a parent perspective, and that's where I'm mama bear and I want to protect him and I don't want him to feel the feelings and I want him to be able to talk to us about the game and all that sort of stuff. But sometimes I'll say, Lucas, this is from the business side of it and I have to deal with it like this. So it's really a really hard situation to be in as an owner and a parent to the player on the team. But when it comes to the team, we don't make any decisions for the team. It's the coaching staff that makes the decision. So if player's not playing, it's the coach's decision. If a player doesn't come and doesn't get played, coach's decision. If Lucas is a goalie, if he wants him pulled, it's the coach's decision. We don't make any decisions regarding anything to do with the players. We remove ourselves totally from that situation. We are the business side of it. We're the marketing side of it. We're the social media side of it. We're the paying bills side of it. We're the all business side of it. So
Creating
it's hard.
an environment.
Yeah, it's so hard.
Clinking.
It is.
And what about in real estate? Because real estate's a different mindset, right?
I haven't really dealt with a lot of negativity in real estate, I don't think, or maybe that I've even been aware of. I think for the most part, I've had a very, very good experience as a realtor. Knock on wood. I'm going to say that, and like this weekend, it's going to be crazy or something like that. Clients, it's if I don't.
You have such a way with people, right?
Thank you.
So, like you can.
It's hard for me because
and that's a special skill set that realtors have to be able to work with all the different personality types that are out there.
But
there's not just one.
But I do think that I'm aware of that, and I do say to a lot of people that is why there's different people in this world selling real estate, because you may not be a good fit for me and I may not be a good fit for you.
Yeah.
You may not like the way I do business. If a client ever said to me, like, I want to cancel the listing, I will cancel the listing. I don't want to work with someone that doesn't want to work with me. Mm-hmm. It's the same that goes for hockey. If a player doesn't want to play for us,
I'm just going to put this out there, but there's another reason for you to do your real estate podcast, because people get to know you.
Yeah, that's true.
Putting that out there.
Maybe.
I'm going to have to say, for me in the work world, I sort of through the years, like I've had an incident in my early accounting years where I worked with a girl and she actually took the job that I wanted.
What?
And it was kind of like one of those backstabbing kind of moments. Oh. And I was, I had thought we were friends and we were talking about it and we were both working on our CGAs, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but she got the job and I was like, okay, this is a lesson to learn. Like, be careful of what you're saying and who you're saying it to. And that one kind of shook me early. And then later on, I remember it was kind of like we talked about values and making sure that like your values are there. And it wasn't actually who I was working with, but it was her husband. Very narcissistic. Ugh. And, very involved with what was going on, and got to a point where I would just like, I had to shut it down. I had to shut it down and like, no, we are not being disrespectful and rude. And this is not what we're about. We're not how we're talking. And like, no.
That's awesome.
So, almost flying. So like, did it change the world? Yeah, it did. It was,
Yeah, but maybe it needed to.
It did. Like afterwards, it was such a relief. Yeah. And I realized, okay, this is not in alignment with the values that I represent.
Good for you.
And it was like, it was one of the most difficult things that I had to go through.
You deal with it a lot, I think, though, because you deal with so many people in an organization. I've never really worked in an organization. I've always worked for myself. Mm-hmm. So the only person that'd be negative is me, self-talking to myself. But yeah, I think maybe you deal with it a little bit more.
And it speaks to that realization of what's okay with you and what's not. And setting up those boundaries and being able to say, look, no. Like, no.
It's crazy, though. We can have boundaries in business, but then we can't have boundaries with ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that, like, we were talking about balance last time. And you said to me boundaries. And I'm like, you're right. It's boundaries that I have, not necessarily balance, right? So for me, I think I do set up more boundaries in my business. But I also don't think I give to someone unless I feel it back. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel I have, like, a gift for, like, relationships. Like I can make a relationship. To keep them sometimes is harder because I do feel I'm transient in them because I'm dealing with so many people and facets. Mm-hmm. I try to establish relationships with people, and some of those will foster and grow, and some of them will just die off, which is fine. And I understand it's in the moment, but I always try to give it everything, and I try to not have negativity in that. So it's easy because I'm dealing with myself and I'm dealing with one person. Mm-hmm. And if someone on the other side of it, whether it be real estate or hockey, is negative, I'm just like, hey, time out. Let's have a conversation about it. Mm-hmm. And then we'll see if it aligns. And if we don't align, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. But to have to deal with like staff or employees or partners or coworkers, when you and I started this, I told you, this is the first partnership I've ever had. So for me, it's different, right? I've never really worked with anybody as an equal. Yes, clients are my equal, but they're easy to...
Yeah, since the get-go.
Yeah, never.
Right? Like as a realtor,
Never.
you're on your own. Where
On my
I worked
own,
in an office environment for years and years. Yeah.
Maybe a realtor I've had to deal with, but I don't even think so. I'm just like, this one, whatever. You do your business that way. It's just not how I would run my business. That's what I chalk it up to in real estate. I'm like, you run your business that way. That's not how I'm going to run my business, right? So,
and I think looking back, that's what I would tell my younger self is, hey, it's okay to say no.
No.
Right? Protect yourself.
Yep.
Set those boundaries, and it's okay to say no.
It is okay to say no. I just feel like, it is, very much okay to say no. But for me, I don't know. It's something that I don't think I've really thought of and dealt with. I think I've dealt more with that in personal relationships, negativity, than in business. But
which is good.
Yeah, thank God. But in some ways, it's whatever. You know what? Those people are the people, like I said, we talk about it. And
again, if we spent more time lifting each other up instead of tearing people down, right? Like the world would just be a kinder place.
It would be. 100%.
Drives you knucking fucks, man.
It does. Thank you for joining us today at the Knucking Futz podcast.
If you like this podcast, please share by liking and subscribing. Feel free to leave any comments and reach us at hello@thenukingfutz.com.
Just a reminder, this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. If you are struggling, know that you are not alone. Please reach out for professional help.
You can join our newsletter at thenukingfutz.com to follow our journey. Looking for Donna at work? You can find her great leggings and leisure wear as well at She's Got Legs.
Looking for me, Melissa Hall? You can reach me at Brag About It Jewelry or I am Melissa Hall for real estate.